everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. And this AFC West divisional matchup features two leaders in their respective linebacking corps. It's Derek Johnson going up against Brandon Marshall. With that, let's send you out to Denver. We're standing by in the booth are two men who will call the game for us. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, as you get a look at Sports Authority Field at Mile High. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. C.J. Anderson. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. The offense on your screen now, and our first look at C.J. Anderson.
And what a look it's going to be. Making a name for himself rapidly, running the football.
Again, Anderson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas.
Well, the bad news, the Denver Broncos didn't make the playoffs, but the good news for Demaryius Thomas, he was over 1,000 yards again as a receiver.
6th straight year he's done that, but yards per catch and touchdowns down a little bit. Any of that due to the change at quarterback?
Think about it. For him now, in the last 2 seasons, he's had to get used to 4 different quarterbacks throwing him the football. I think that yards per catch will go back up when he gets some consistency.
Now let's go! Green, 33.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Running for it. Here's Anderson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They run it again with Anderson. A strong running. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Anderson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. In motion left goes Sanders. Now a first down throw, Simeon. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Sanders, the former SMU product, had 79 catches last year, over 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. They're going to need more of him in Denver if they want to get back into the playoffs.
Part of a great tandem, he and Demaryius Thomas, and Demaryius plays out wide. He's one of those guys that you send him out there and let him work one-on-one and use his big body and his big frame to get open. Emmanuel Sanders, he has the ability to work inside as well. And he's not just quick, he's also fast, and he's dependable for a quarterback because a lot of the routes he runs are right in the sight line. Easy throws for a QB.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are.
Out of downs. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Justin Forsett, his first carry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Gordon, it's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. They'll try the air now with Simeon. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open.
Thirteenth play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's third and goal.
Set. Green, 39. Back at it, Philly. Here we go.
From the gun on third, Simeon. Sanders has it over the middle. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to the air, Simeon on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Again, Simeon. And he took the contact. contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang. But it's second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Throwing on third down, Smith. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
A first down carry here for Charles. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. It's Sylvester Williams there to bring him down.
A one-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of one-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional one-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Smith going to turn and give to Charles. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The former first-round pick Shane Ray in on the tackle. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. And we've arrived at the 2-minute warning here in half number 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Following the penalty, here's Charles. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To throw is Smith, surveying the field. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try the air now with Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing is Smith. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down now after the incompletion. In the backfield is Anderson. And they'll give it to him here. And some room to run now. And C.J. Anderson. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, 98 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And he's got it up and through. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams in Arizona, those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. the Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the two different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor at all of these places. But Mexico, for the second straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Smith now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be good for a Denver first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll come out in the pistol. They run again on first down. Anderson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward. On 2nd down, here's Simeon. Airing it deep for Fowler. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Let's go. 3 down. Good. Check 43. No. Check. Patriot. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
A final shot before break. Simeon finding time. He's going to let it go again. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Come on, let's go.
And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. And the quarterback won't take the snap here. This is the Wildcat look. Now a direct snap. It's Jamal Charles. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. 3rd down now following the run.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
On the direct snap, Charles. And he's got room. Cuts it out here, left sideline. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the play clock's running down, and the quarterback is actually split out wide there in the Wildcat. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They come up in a 2 tight end look here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Always got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Simeon. Completes it to Norwood. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll run for it. Anderson. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Welcome back now to Denver. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
No. Detroit. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here's Simeon looking deep. This is caught inside the 15. He got 29 yards that time. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. They come up in an offset eye. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they're going to speed things up here. Simeon on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas from 4 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
He was trying to get it off to Jamal Charles there, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Jamal Charles stopped on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To throw on 2nd is Simeon. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Broncos will extend their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 1st down, Smith. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards there on the pickup, and the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 1st down, it's Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
2nd down following the incompletion. Smith. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. Fresh set of downs here. And he motions the wide receiver. On 1st and 10, Smith dancing to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Charles the lone setback. And the wideout in motion. Smith on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that will be incomplete as well. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They come up in an offset eye. Smith. And it's complete to Kelce. 22 yards on the pickup there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
At after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 44 yards. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go play action here on first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
They'll run now with Ware. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. And able to find Conley. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On first down, Smith. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. So with just a second to play, we'd have to see something crazy here for them to have a chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And Charles.
The light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me?
when I put it, yeah. Maybe you should bring a friend along, yeah. Now, I got paper and I ain't gon' chase you, baby. I'm gon' take you down. Now, come on, shake it, baby. Turn that around. I'm like,
oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
Baby, I'm gon' take you down now. Come on, shake it, baby, turn that around. I'm like,
oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
Another notch and make it drop it and never take it down. Take it down. 30-something thousand watching, show me something, baby. Who's on, baby?
Turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the